So many programming languages. But which ones actually matter in 2025? Whether you're a beginner wondering where to start or a developer thinking of leveling up your skills, this video is your roadmap. I've ranked the top 10 most valuable programming languages based on real-world use, job market demand, and future potential. And trust me, some of the results might surprise you, especially number 7. It's a legacy language making a big comeback this year. Stick around till the end, and I'll also share my personal tip on which language combo gives you the most job flexibility in 2025. Let's dive in. Coming in strong on our list is one of the most loved and versatile languages out there, Python. If you've touched code in the last decade, chances are Python was part of your journey. Quick quiz. Which one is true about Python? A. It was named after a snake. B. It powers Netflix and NASA. C. It's only used for small scripts. D. It was created in 2005. Think you know? Stick around, the answer's coming up. Python was created by Guido van Rossum in the late 1980s, with its first release in 1991. Inspired by ABC and other languages, Guido wanted to make something simple yet powerful. Fun fact, he named it not after the snake, but after Monty Python's Flying Circus, a British comedy series. Python exploded in popularity because of one simple reason. It's easy to learn and easy to read. Its clean syntax lets beginners write useful programs almost immediately. And it doesn't stop there. It powers everything from AI and data science to back-end web development, automation, and even embedded systems. Python is loved by millions, but it's not without flaws. Let's explore what makes Python a fan favorite and where it still struggles. Strengths. Why Python rocks. Beginner-friendly and highly readable. Its clean syntax makes it easy to learn and understand. Rich ecosystem of libraries, including NumPy, Pandas, TensorFlow, and thousands more. Cross-platform compatibility. Run your code seamlessly on Windows, macOS, and Linux. Versatile across domains. Excels in data science, machine learning, automation, and web development. Massive global community. Tons of tutorials, forums, and support resources at your fingertips. Weaknesses. Where Python stumbles. Slower execution speed compared to compiled languages like C++ or Rust. Limited mobile development support, not the go-to choice for building mobile apps. Global Interpreter Lock, GIL, hinders true multi-threading in CPython. Higher memory usage may not be ideal for resource-constrained environments. As of 2025, Python is used by over 12 million developers worldwide. It consistently ranks at the top in Stack Overflow surveys, TIOBE Index, and GitHub repositories. Python is used the most in data science and machine learning. Think Jupyter, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow. Web development, frameworks like Django and Flask. Automation and scripting. Scientific computing and research. Game development, to some extent like scripting in Blender. Python is not just a programming language, it's a gateway into today's most exciting tech fields. AI, machine learning, cloud computing, automation, and more. Whether you're a complete beginner or a seasoned developer, learning Python opens doors. Fast. In short, if you're learning to code in 2025, Python is still one of the best places to start. And the correct answer is B. Python powers Netflix, Instagram, and even NASA missions. Python may be simple, but it's trusted by some of the biggest names in the world. Coming in at number 2, a language that's fast, fierce, and far from fading, C++. Let's dive into the programming language that has stood the test of time. It's not just old school, it's elite. Quick quiz. Which of these everyday technologies is powered by C++ behind the scenes? A. Video games. B. High-frequency trading systems. C. Automotive software. D. Spacecraft control systems. E. All of the above. Think you know? Stick around. The answer might just surprise you. C++ was created in 1979 by Bjarne Stroustrup at Bell Labs. Originally named C with classes, it extended the C language by adding object-oriented features. and the rest is history. Why is C++ still going strong in 2025? Because performance still matters. C++ gives you low-level memory control, blazing speed, and system-level power, things that modern languages often sacrifice for simplicity. This programming language is still the go-to for systems where milliseconds matter. Think Unreal Engine, real-time trading platforms, car firmware, and aerospace control systems. Strengths of C++. High performance and efficiency, perfect for real-time systems. Rich standard library. Massive ecosystem and decades of legacy code. Cross-platform and battle-tested. Supports multiple programming paradigms, procedural, object-oriented, and even functional. But it's not all sunshine and pointers. C++ can be brutal. Weaknesses: hard to learn, easy to break. Syntax that sometimes fights back. And yes, memory leaks still haunt dreams. According to recent surveys, over 5 million developers worldwide still actively use C++, and many more interact with C++ indirectly through libraries, engines, and SDKs. Is it worth learning C++ in 2025? Yes, if you want to code close to the metal, understand how machines think, or dominate game and embedded dev, this is your arena. C++ will push you, challenge you, but once you master it, you'll never see programming the same again. Time to answer my previous question. If you guessed all of the above, you're absolutely right. C++ powers games, finance, cars, and even space missions. Pretty epic, right? Coming in at number 3, it's the legendary C, the mother of modern programming languages. C is the programming language that shaped the digital world as we know it. C is one of the oldest languages still in heavy use today, but here's a tricky one. Which of these languages was created before C? A. Python. B. Java. C. Assembly. D. C++. Think carefully. The answer might not be as obvious as you think. Stick around to find out. C was created in the early 1970s by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs, a true pioneer in computer science. Originally developed to build the Unix operating system, C quickly became the foundation for countless other languages, including C++, Java, and even Python. C is insanely fast, efficient, and portable across platforms. It's close to the hardware, which means you get total control. That's why it's still a top choice for system programming, embedded systems, and operating systems. But C isn't beginner-friendly. There's no garbage collection, no built-in strings. You manage memory manually, which means more control, but also more chances to crash your program. So why is C still in the top 3 in 2025? Because C is everywhere. It's behind the scenes in kernels, drivers, embedded systems, and even space tech. If it needs to be fast and efficient, it's probably written in C, from microcontrollers to mainframes. According to the latest TIOBE Index and developer surveys, millions of developers still use C, especially in embedded systems, operating system kernels, game engines, and compilers. Learning C is like learning how a computer really works. It teaches you how to think like a programmer at the metal level. It's not easy, but it's powerful, and it'll make you a better developer, no matter what language you move to next. C may be old school, but it's still a legend. And in 2025, it's proving that true power never fades. Have you learned C yet? Drop your experience in the comments. And the correct answer is C, assembly. Assembly language existed way before C, even back in the 1940s and 1950s. C came in the 1970s, and C++ came even later in the 1980s. Python and Java, they weren't even born until the 90s. Coming in at number 4. It's a language that's been around for decades, but don't let its age fool you. It's still powering banks, Android apps, and cloud servers across the globe. Say hello to Java, the veteran that's still leading the charge in 2025. In 1995, a group of engineers at Sun Microsystems, led by James Gosling, introduced a language that would change the programming world forever, Java. Designed with the motto, write once, run anywhere, Java was built to be platform-independent, reliable, and secure from the very beginning. Before Java conquered the programming world, what kind of device was it originally designed for? A. Smart TVs. B. Gaming consoles. C. Toasters. D. Refrigerators. Think you know. The surprising answer is coming right up. Why developers still love Java? Platform independent, runs on any OS with a JVM. Massive ecosystem. Tools like Spring Boot, Hibernate, and Maven streamline development at every level. Strong typing and object-oriented design, perfect for large code bases. Great performance, thanks to just-in-time JET compilation. Huge community and long-term support from Oracle. Of course, it's not perfect. Java can be wordy. Writing even simple functionality often requires more code than modern languages like Kotlin or Python. And in some areas, performance lags behind lower-level languages like Rust or C++. Java applications, especially large ones, can consume more memory and have slower startup times due to the JVM overhead, not ideal for lightweight or serverless environments. But where it lacks in brevity, it makes up in stability, backward compatibility, and unmatched industry support. Where is Java used the most in 2025? Enterprise systems, banks, insurance, government. Android apps, still heavily Java-based under the hood. Backend APIs, especially with Spring Boot. Big data platforms, like Apache Hadoop and Kafka. So, why should you learn Java in 2025? Because it's not just a language, it's a career path. From enterprise jobs to freelance gigs, Java opens doors. Learn it once and you gain skills in architecture, design, API building, and more. Whether you're building cloud-native microservices or preparing for a career in software engineering, learning Java in 2025 is still one of the smartest choices you can make. Time to answer my previous question. The correct answer is A. Smart TVs. Java was initially created for interactive television systems, but the tech world wasn't ready yet. Next up, ranked 5th in our top 10 programming languages of 2025. It's the language that made millions of apps, games, and cloud services possible, C#. C# was developed by Microsoft in the early 2000s, with legendary programmer Anders Heilsberg leading the charge. Originally part of Microsoft's .NET initiative, C# was designed to be simple, modern, and powerful, built for a wide range of applications. Which of the following facts about C# is actually true? A. The original name for C# was cool. B. C# was first released for mobile phones. C. C# was invented to replace JavaScript. D. C# was secretly named after a music band. Think you know the answer? Stick around. The real story is cooler than you think. Why developers love C#? C# wins hearts for a reason. Versatility. From desktop apps to web services and even mobile games, C# can handle it all. Strong performance, thanks to optimizations in the .NET ecosystem. Rich ecosystem, access to a massive library collection and robust development tools, especially Visual Studio. Cross-platform development. With .NET Core and .NET 6.7, C# now powers Windows, Linux, Mac, iOS, Android, and even the web with Blazor. Of course, no language is perfect. Here are a few challenges with C#. Memory heavy. Some applications may consume more resources compared to C++ or Go. Primarily Microsoft-centered. Despite improvements, it still feels deeply tied to the Microsoft ecosystem. Less ideal for low-level systems. Unlike C or Rust, C# isn't your best bet for operating systems or embedded systems. So, why is C# still shining brightly in 2025? Because it powers some of the biggest industries today. Game development. It's the backbone of the Unity engine, the world's leading game platform. Enterprise applications. Banks, hospitals, and corporations love C# for backend services. Cloud services. With Azure and cloud-native apps booming, C# has a huge footprint. Cross-platform mobile apps. With Xamarin and MAUI, C# builds apps for iOS and Android. Learning C# opens doors to multiple booming industries. You can build games, mobile apps, cloud systems, and web apps, all with one powerful, modern, and ever-evolving language. If you're aiming for a career that's versatile, in-demand, and future-proof, C# deserves a spot on your journey. Time to answer the previous quiz. The original name for C# was cool. It's true. When C# was being developed at Microsoft, its internal project name was Cool, short for C-like object-oriented language. Later, it officially became C#. At number 6 on our list, we have the language that brought life to the web, JavaScript. Born in 1995, it was created by Brendan Eich while he was working at Netscape Communications. Fun fact, it was originally called Mocha, then LiveScript, before finally being named JavaScript to ride the wave of Java's popularity. Quiz time! How long did it take to create the first version of JavaScript? A. 10 days. B. 6 months. C. 1 year. D. 3 weeks. Think you know the answer? Stick around. We'll reveal it in just a moment, and trust me, it might surprise you. Today, JavaScript is everywhere. It's fast, lightweight, and versatile. You can use it on the front end, back end, mobile apps, desktop software, even IoT devices. One of JavaScript's greatest strengths is how easy it is to get started. Just open your browser and you can begin writing code right away. Plus, with frameworks like React, Angular, Node.js, and Vue.js, JavaScript empowers developers to build powerful, scalable applications faster than ever. JavaScript is backed by a massive community, constantly innovating. But JavaScript isn't perfect. Its dynamic typing can lead to unexpected bugs. And without careful coding, security vulnerabilities can creep into your applications. In large projects, messy code is a real risk unless you stick to solid architecture practices. Why JavaScript is popular? JavaScript remains a top choice because it's essential for modern web development. Front-end, back-end, mobile apps, desktop apps, JavaScript can do it all. Plus, with the rise of serverless and AI-driven web apps, JavaScript continues evolving. Speaking of millions, how many developers use JavaScript today? The latest reports show over 17 million active JavaScript developers globally. That's more than any other programming language out there. Where is JavaScript used the most? Think websites, online stores, social networks, video platforms, and mobile apps. If you're browsing, shopping, streaming, or scrolling, JavaScript is behind the scenes making it happen. So, why should you learn JavaScript in 2025? Because it opens the door to countless opportunities. Whether you're dreaming of building the next big startup, joining a cutting-edge tech company, or simply bringing your creative ideas to life, JavaScript is the language that makes it possible. Start today, and you'll be coding the future. Back to my previous question. The answer is A, just 10 days. Yep, Brendan Eich wrote the first version of JavaScript in just 10 days back in 1995. Crazy, right? Coming in at number 7, it's fast, it's simple, and it's got concurrency baked in. Say hello to Go, also known as Golang. Go was created at Google in 2007 by 3 legendary engineers, Robert Griesemer, Rob Pike, and Ken Thompson. Yes, the same Ken Thompson who co-created Unix. Go was designed to fix the pain points of large-scale software development, like slow compile times and overly complex code. It was officially released as open source in 2009 and has been quietly powering the back end of the web ever since. Pop quiz. Which of these famous tech tools was built using Go? A. WhatsApp. B. Docker. C. Instagram. D. Figma. Think carefully. Your answer might surprise you. We'll reveal the truth right after this. Why do developers love Go? Blazing fast compile speed. It's like writing Python but getting C-level performance. Built-in concurrency, thanks to goroutines and channels, Go makes parallelism painless. Minimalist syntax, clean, readable code without unnecessary fluff. Cross-platform builds, compile once, run anywhere. Massive standard library, HTTP, JSON, crypto, all out of the box. But it's not all sunshine. No generics until recently. Introduced in Go 1.18, and it's still a bit awkward. Error handling feels verbose and repetitive. No inheritance. Go favors composition, which can be a hurdle for OOP veterans. Limited GUI development support. It's not your desktop app go-to. Go's rise has been steady. According to the TIOBE Index and Stack Overflow Developer Survey 2024, Go is used by around 2.5 to 3 million developers worldwide, and growing. It's a favorite among DevOps engineers, cloud developers, and back-end teams, especially at companies like Google, Uber, Dropbox, Kubernetes. Yes, it's written in Go. Docker, also built with Go. Go is also the language of choice for infrastructure projects and cloud-native development. So, why should you learn Go in 2025? It's one of the few languages that combine simplicity, performance, and concurrency with ease. It's backed by Google and powers mission-critical systems around the globe. And if you're eyeing jobs in cloud computing, microservices, or DevOps, Go is your golden ticket. Whether you're a Pythonista or a Java junkie, Go is a powerful, career-boosting addition to your stack. Response to my question: the correct answer is B. Docker. Yep, Docker, the container tech that revolutionized DevOps, is powered by Go. Why? Because Go is fast, simple, and built for scalable systems, exactly what tools like Docker and Kubernetes need. Ranked number 8 in our top 10 programming languages of 2025. It's a language that's been declared dead more times than we can count, yet it's still powering businesses, automating spreadsheets, and quietly running the world behind the scenes. Say hello to Visual Basic, and its modern form, VB.NET. It all began in 1991, when Microsoft launched Visual Basic to simplify Windows app development. Thanks to Alan Cooper, VB introduced a revolutionary drag-and-drop interface that made creating GUI apps as easy as building with Lego. But the story didn't end there. In the early 2000s, Microsoft transformed Visual Basic into VB.NET, a full-fledged, object-oriented language running on the powerful .NET framework. It brought new capabilities, better performance, and deeper integration with modern tools, while keeping the easy-to-read syntax that developers loved. Why developers still use it? Simple, readable syntax, perfect for beginners and rapid prototyping. Excellent for Windows desktop apps. Deep integration with Microsoft Office, think Excel macros and access databases. Supported in Visual Studio with modern tooling. VB.NET shares the .NET power, access to libraries, tools, and cross-language interoperability. Why some avoid it? Primarily Windows-focused, not ideal for cross-platform or mobile development. Considered outdated in some tech circles. Limited use in modern open source or cloud-native projects. Small and shrinking community compared to C# or Python. Despite its decline in the spotlight, Visual Basic, especially VB.NET, remains strong in government systems, finance and insurance software, enterprise internal tools, office automation via VBA. Over 700,000 developers actively use Visual Basic or VB.NET worldwide, especially in regions with heavy enterprise infrastructure like North America, Europe, and parts of Asia. If you want to automate office tasks, maintain legacy systems, or ease into .NET development, Visual Basic still has value. It may not be flashy, but it's dependable, easy to use, and still running quietly behind the scenes. Sometimes old tools still build strong foundations. Coming in at number 9 on our list is a surprising veteran, Delphi. Delphi was created in 1995 by Borland, led by Anders Hejlsberg. Yes, the same genius behind C# later on. Delphi is based on the Object Pascal language and was designed as a powerful tool for building Windows applications with speed and elegance. Today, Delphi is maintained by Embarcadero Technologies, and you'll find it still going strong with a loyal user base. What makes Delphi special? Lightning-fast native compilation, drag-and-drop visual GUI builder, excellent backward compatibility, seamless development for Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Android, and Linux, rich component ecosystem, VCL and FireMonkey. But it's not all sunshine. Commercial license, not open source like Python or Java. Seen as old school by many modern developers. Smaller community compared to today's big players. So why is Delphi still relevant and ranking top 10 in 2025? Well, it thrives in enterprise environments, especially in sectors like banking, healthcare, industrial automation, and legacy system modernization. Many organizations depend on old but gold Delphi systems, and maintaining or upgrading them requires Delphi expertise. According to Embarcadero, there are over 1.2 million active Delphi developers worldwide, and that number has recently seen a resurgence thanks to mobile and cross-platform demand. If you're aiming for high-performance native apps, want to work in enterprise software, or simply love productivity with strong visual design tools, Delphi might be your secret weapon. Plus, being one of the few who knows Delphi in 2025, that could make you the go-to expert in some very lucrative projects. At number 10, we have one of the oldest yet most essential programming languages still in use, SQL. Short for Structured Query Language, SQL was born in the 1970s at IBM, thanks to Donald Chamberlain and Raymond Boyce. It was designed to do one thing really well: talk to databases, and more than 4 decades later, it's still the industry standard. Whether you're using MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, or Oracle, you're working with SQL behind the scenes. Quick quiz. Ready? How many people around the world use SQL today? Is it A, 500,000, B, 2 million, C, over 10 million, D, 100 million? Stick around. The answer will surprise you. What makes SQL so powerful? It's readable, it's universal, and it allows you to extract meaning from massive datasets with just a few lines of code. From enterprise systems to analytics dashboards, from back-end services to data science workflows, SQL is everywhere. Of course, it's not perfect. It's not a general-purpose language, complex queries can become overwhelming, and optimization often feels more like wizardry. Still, SQL is incredibly popular, especially in enterprises, business intelligence, data science, back-end engineering. Even web developers can't escape it. With over 10 million developers and analysts using SQL daily, it's not going anywhere. So if you're working with data, structured data, learning SQL is not just useful, it's essential. It may not trend on YouTube, but SQL remains the quiet engine behind the data-driven world. Learn it once, and you'll speak the language of databases forever. Time to answer my quiz. The correct choice is C, over 10 million. That's right. More than 10 million developers and analysts use SQL to wrangle data, generate reports, and power apps behind the scenes. It may not be flashy, but it's everywhere, and still going strong in 2025. So there you have it, the top 10 programming languages of 2025. From Python's dominance in AI and automation, to C and C++ powering the core of our machines, and Java and C# driving enterprise and app development, each language plays a critical role in today's tech landscape. JavaScript keeps ruling the web. Go is rising fast in the cloud, while SQL quietly fuels the data that drives everything. And yes, even Visual Basic and Delphi are still holding strong in niche and legacy systems, proving that old doesn't mean obsolete. Whether you're building web apps, crunching data, managing databases, or maintaining decades-old systems, there's a language here tailored to your path. In the end, the best language is the one that fits your goals, your projects, and your passion. So, which language will you master next? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more developer insights.